All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our call tonight. We are excited. It's our Meet the Team um, coaching preview. So, thanks to you guys for being here. I know we've got some guests on. A special welcome to you. It means you're a coach or you've had an interest in coaching. And really, what we want to do is this is our typical Monday night call. My name is Dee Corchin, and this is our team. And what we wanted to do is just kind of introduce you into our world. So there are no PowerPoints, no slides, no formality, really just giving you a glimpse into what our world looks like. So glad you're here. Just to give you an idea, and if you're wondering why did we start at 7:28, we just kind of came up with that because it sticks in people's minds. And then when we sign on, by the time everybody gets in, it's 7:30, and we've got 30 minutes for the call. So we're going to let our coaches do most of the talking tonight to really share with you. And just want to thank all of our team members and returning coaches for being here together. You are why others are here, right? And really why you're here is because somebody else ahead of you said yes to coaching. And I've been coaching, it'll be 14 years in April. And the way it looks now is not at all how I pictured it. But I'm so grateful that I followed the plan and kept doing what I was led to do by my mentorship, and it's radically changed my life. And so that's what we all get to do as a team, and it's the ripple effect that really is why our business model is designed the way it is. So, Meg, you want to take a second to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Meg, and I am one of the coaches on this team. I love that song that you heard as you entered, the Grow As We Go by Ben Platt. I think that's such a great, I think it's great symbolism for who we are and what we do. Like, when I first started coaching, first of all, I just want everyone to know I was kind of allergic to the idea. Dee is my personal coach, and I was scared to death. So I don't even know that I would have the courage that you have of showing up tonight for a call like this. And so just want to say thank you for being here. And wherever you find yourself tonight, we want you to know there's a place for you and you are welcome here. And together we will grow as we go. And so just want everybody to know it's okay if you're showing up a little intimidated or leery. It's okay if if you have some fears about, making money or doing it wrong. That was what I was so worried about is I just didn't want to do it wrong. I thought, well, I'll just send everybody to Dee. She's going to do it right. But I didn't see the picture. And so we just really want to make sure we do a good job of letting everyone know that you start where you are. And it's incredible what is possible when we grow as we go. So we're going to take some time to talk about who we are and what we do, but we want to also let you know of what we don't do. And so we are not nutritionists, we aren't experts, which is good because I'm not one even after 8 years. Following the program. We are friends, we are guides, and we are coaches, and we are here to help other people. Dee, I know you've got some more great stuff to share with us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I love Meg that you brought up the fear, right? And that's one thing I think that you'll find with our team is we have learned we are all humans and we are more alike than different. So we talk about the hard stuff. We talk about the emotions, just like on your health journey where you've had your ups, your downs, etc. It happens in every area of life. So why wouldn't it happen in coaching as well, right? Like none of us got here with a straight shot to success. It's been an evolution, it's been growing. So, to kind of give you an idea, like the way our program was developed, and Dr. Anderson was masterful the way he put everything together. But the reason our program works so well is because there's structure to it. There's a plan. You have your coach is your guide, right? You have a community like this. And then we also give you our educational tools. The business side of this, the coaching arm of it, is designed the same way. There's a model, there's a plan. And Dr. A specifically chose it like this because he said, we can't expect people to be experts, to be dietitians. I mean, do we have them? Yeah, there are some people that choose to do this who are dietitians because it's an excellent plan to offer people. But this is about layman's, right? Like if we're really the guide, the encourager, and we just show people the given path of it. So we kind of lay out the game plan, and then you decide, the pace you want to go at, just like you do with your health program, right? You decide how much, what of it you want to run with. And that all depends on your goals. So, like Meg said, not nutritionists, not experts. We have standard plans. The question is always like, who do we help? And the great thing is, we are a health and wellness company. So, we can really help anyone go from where they are now to their next level of health. But for the most part, because the biggest problem in the United States is individuals struggling with their weight and weight related diseases. So most people, and maybe yourself included, start with us for weight loss. So we have proven weight loss plans, the 5-in-1 plan, the 4-in-2 plan. We have plans if individuals exercise or not, but they're basic and they're structured. I'm not even going to go through the list of it because I don't want to complicate things, because 99% of people start on our basic plans. We even have plans now for people that are incorporating the GLP-1 medications. They can do one of our standard plans, or we have a new plan with our Ascend products that is very, very simple. Instead of being 5-in-1, it's like 3-in-1 plus. So it's simple. So if you decided that coaching was going to be something that you wanted to pursue, and we'll talk about this in a bit, we'll elaborate on it, just know that you will have a mentor. Your coach will be your guide. And everything that they know is because the person ahead of them showed them. And so that's what we do, is we just pass that torch. And we never leave you alone. We're always going to walk alongside.
Oh, Dee, that's so beautiful. At first, when I heard you say we're never going to leave you alone, I was like, oh, where's Dee going with this? It kind of made me chuckle a little bit, but you're so right. We are always here to walk alongside people and give people a place to belong. So we named this tonight, Meet the Team. And so you're going to hear from some incredible teammates tonight who are just going to share their stories. And we're excited for you to hear from them. One of the top benefits of coaching is it's incredibly flexible. You fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day and of your life. And one of our coaches, Emily, is going to share her story tonight. And she is at the ball field right now. And so she texted us and said, hey, I need to be at the beginning. I need to be at the front. And so that's what we're here to do. We can be flexible in every facet of coaching. We make this work for your world. So, Emily, thanks for joining us from the ball field. Would you share with us a little bit?
Yes, hi. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I am at the ball field. There's cars and everything around me, so I'll try to speak clearly. But it is very flexible. I love the flexibility of it. I've done health assessments with people from the ball field. You just fit it in when you can. I'm a realtor also. So I was really used to like rushing around and being at everybody's beck and call. So that's one of the things that I love about doing coaching, is that I can fit it in really easily. As soon as I started doing it, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm working so much smarter and not harder. So when I first started, I did not want to coach. I said, Meg, I will never be a coach. I wasn't into it. I just wanted to do the weight loss piece. And then overnight, the first night I lost 4 pounds. And then within like 2 weeks, I was down, I think I was down 18 pounds within the first month. And so I was just blown away. And I was like, well, I have to tell everyone. And as much as I love Meg, I didn't want her to reap all the benefits. I was also, I had started working real estate probably like 2 years prior, because I was trying to get an income going for myself because I was in a marriage that I didn't want to be in anymore. And so this created an extra stream of income for me as well that I really needed and I still need today. So that piece, as soon as I started losing, at first, it was just, I want to share this with all my friends. I wasn't even thinking big picture. I was like, I'm going to share it. I don't want Meg to get all the money. I'll share it. I'll make a little piece on the side. And then my friends were blown away. And within like no time at all, I had so many people that I was helping. And one of the biggest things that I wasn't expecting is at first, my first male client, I remember being really intimidated, thinking, I don't know what to talk to a man about with weight. I have no idea how to talk to a man at all, about our program. And I made such a drastic difference in his life in such a short amount of time. And his, health numbers improved so drastically. And then he told his friends, and his wife was on plan. And then all their friends are on plan. And it was just great to be able to help people. And also, my dad passed away of a heart attack. So it became really personal to me as well. So I just kind of, all those things combined, and it was like a perfect storm in the best way. And I just realized this is what I should also be doing. I still do real estate, but this is such a great extra stream of income for me. And there have been so many times when I have gone to my Optavia account and had that money save me from being able to not pay my mortgage. So I just love it. I love being able to help people. And now I've probably helped at least 100 people get healthy. And that's so rewarding. I love it.
I
So
love
thanks, Meg.
Yes, Emily, thanks for sharing. I love that you decided to coach from the beginning, pretty much right
Mm-hmm.
after you started, and
Yep.
you just kind of said, "Hey, do this with me. I'm doing this thing. Do it with me."
Yeah.
So, perfect example. You don't have to be done with your journey. It's best really to do it while you're still on your journey and inviting
Yeah.
in. I mean, let's be real. Every single one of us is on some kind of journey, some with our health right now, right? So thanks for sharing your story. Now,
Yes, absolutely.
one of the questions we get a lot is, okay, well, what does it look like once I get started? And Dee, you're a perfect person to go through that. Would you share that with us?
Yeah, I would be happy to. So, if you decided, and remember, this is going to be your decision. If you are interested in this, if you want to know more, of course, you're going to talk to your coach about the specifics. But basically, it is a nominal investment. It's $199 to order your coach kit. That is something that's done right off the website, like how you place your orders. Your coach will guide you with it. And what that's going to do is that the company is going to provide you a co-branded website so that you'll have a website that looks like your coaches, that your clients will be able to go to. It'll give you a back office where we're able to track our clients, have all their contact information, when they ordered last, all of the things, keep track of your business. And then it gives you access to all of the training that we have. And so when I looked at this, I was like, I had looked at a couple of other businesses and I was like, okay, this is nominal because we don't keep any inventory. We don't keep anything. You know this. You place the order and then it goes directly to you. It never transpires with your coach. So and then what we'll do at that point is you'll be partnering with your coach, and the next step is they're going to work with you to identify a few people that you can start to do your first couple of calls with those health assessments. And there's a couple of different ways that we can identify who these individuals will be. But the most important thing is we want to have you go through those calls with your coach because you're going to see that it's actually a script that we follow. There is a questionnaire and it's a script. So it sounds like your coach is super knowledgeable, but they're basically just going through the questions. So you'll be able to listen to your coach, follow it there. And then when they say yes to the program, your coach is then going to say, okay, send this text. Okay, do this, add them to the Facebook group. So we're going to give you that step by step just to make it simple. I will tell you that we will work with you to get you in action pretty quickly. We are not going to overwhelm you. You're not going to be spending hundreds of hours on this. But what we've learned is that fear can set in pretty quickly, right? We can, hit that button, order the kit, and be like, what did I just do? And we know that action cures fear. So we will help you with that. But my best advice is, and don't, just like the program, don't wait for the stars to align and the calendar to clear because it just never happens. So we meet you where you are. We work at the pace that you're at. We've got the roadmap. You determine how fast you go with it. But like I said, we do try to do it, and we do just-in-time training. We give you just what you need at the given time so that you won't get overwhelmed and or get information that you may or may not ever need when you're on your coaching journey. So that's the high level. Of course, we can answer any more questions around that. But hopefully what you're hearing is that partnership with your coach. You've also got a mentorship like of the leaders on this team. And so Lucy, wanted you to jump in. I know that having mentorship has been valuable to you, but just really for you to share your story.
Thank you, Dee. I was just listening to what Meg was saying and Emily sharing her story, and I'm like, that is not me. Like I was not the one that jumped into coaching right away. And because I felt like I had a lot on my plate already. You know, I was working full time. I was caregiver to my mom, who was dealing with cancer. And so I didn't feel like I had the capacity to take on a business. Although the reason that I did decide to become a coach was that I always said to myself that, and I told my husband, I was not working past the age of 50. You know, I told him that years and years ago, because I always wanted to have that time. I never wanted to work for the rest of my life or have to work for the rest of my life. Um, and so I actually extended it by 1 year. I retired at 51, you know, 3 years ago. But the reason and that was the reason why I stepped into coaching, is I always knew I just never wanted to be tied to corporate America for the rest of my life. And then you retire and you have what, maybe if you're lucky, 10 years to enjoy it. Plus, I had a new grandson, so I wanted to be available for him and my daughter at any time that they may need me. And so that's kind of what started it, is I knew for me selfishly it would be a way to get me home. Um, but another reason that I stepped into it is that I truly love helping people. That's always been me. And my coach helped me and supported me. And I saw the difference that it made in my life. And so I wanted to be able to share that with people. And I'm a Christian, and that's something that is deep within me automatically, is really helping people to be their best selves, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. And that's one of the things that Optavia does through its Habits of Health, their education program. It really does help us grow personally. Um, but like I said, I said no, in the beginning because I didn't understand the potential at the moment. Because all I kept thinking about was what like I said, already had on my plate. And am I glad that I said yes eventually? Yes, absolutely. I'm very glad because I know that I wouldn't have the life that I have. I would not have been able to be present with my mom had I not stayed, if had I stayed in corporate America and not taken the step to coaching. And tell you honestly, y'all, it was hard. I was just sitting here thinking, I did a lot of talking to people sitting in the parking lot, sitting in the car while my mom was having surgeries, or if she was uh, having one of her treatments, driving home in the car. A lot, that's where I built a lot of my business. It wasn't like I'm sitting here in my office at a desk. Unfortunately, my mom is gone now, but this business has allowed me the freedom to be 100% available to her and present with her. And that's one thing that I will never, ever regret. And I'm extremely grateful for. And I can continue giving that type of hope to other people that I share with.
That is beautiful, Lucy. Thank you for sharing that. And I love how that no, or, like you didn't know if it was for you, ended up ultimately leading to that freedom and that
Mhm.
flexibility to be with your family.
Thank you.
So good. So good. Speaking of flexibility and community, would love for you guys to hear from Lori Pulver. She's got an amazing story.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. So, my story with Optavia was not like Emily, was more like Lucy, in that I was a client back in 2019 and I loved Optavia. It was one of the only programs that ever worked for me in losing all the weight. I lost 43 pounds on program and loved it so much that I knew deep within my heart I really wanted to be able to share the program with others. But at the time, I was working full time. I still am working full time. And I had two boys that were, teenage boys that I was the Uber driver for them, driving them all over the place. So my plate, what I'm trying to, explain here is that my plate was over full. And I couldn't even entertain the thought of coaching at that point. But my coach kept saying to me, this would be a great thing for you. You love the program so much. You did so well on it. I could really see you doing this. And she encouraged me from time to time. And I really started thinking about it and not having any idea what was behind this secret door that I call it when I decided to finally step into coaching. So as soon as my kids were a little bit more independent, I called my coach and I said, I can't hold back any longer. And I really wanted to share this with as many people as I possibly could, because having the gift of this program and not sharing it just felt like a disgrace to me. I couldn't even, believe what I had in my hands and what I knew I had in my hands, and not paying that forward and sharing it with other people was just something that I couldn't live with myself not doing. So as soon as I had a little bit more time, and we're talking like, an inch of more time, I immediately called my coach and said, I'm in. I just want to share this program, whatever it takes. And I'll say that if I could do this, anybody could do this, because I, was not on social media at all. I didn't even have a Facebook account. I had no friends on social media. And it's a big part of the platform. And I was really nervous about that. And I had so many things in my head of not having the time and not being on social media. And I sort of came up with every excuse that I could and why this wasn't going to work for me in my life. But the more and more I got involved and started learning about it, I thought, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to jump off the diving board into the deep end, and I'm going to take that risk and that challenge. And it's what I did. And my only regret that I could say is not having done it sooner, honestly. And I would say that to every single person on this call, that not to hold back and do this sooner, because you will never regret your decision in doing this. The community piece that we have here is mind blowing. And it is something I had no idea that existed. And I never even thought that I needed that. My life was very fulfilled before, with everything that I had. But what I gained in this community is something that is just so incredibly valuable. Aside from helping clients and watching their transformations, is so beyond rewarding, and where you can really, make an impact in this world and have so much value and joy in doing it is just very, very self-rewarding. But in addition to that, it really allowed me to have an incredible amount of personal growth and development. The company is just on top of everything. When you think that, they're not going to change one thing and be more progressive, they just knock it out of the park constantly with new products and new programs and new initiatives. There's always something new for us to learn, and we're so supported. And, on top of it, we're supported with growth and development in such an incredible way that we don't have to pay for, which is just crazy. We don't have to go to these big continuing education courses and learn how to do this. The mentorship program that Dee was explaining is so valuable because it teaches us everything. And like she said, also, the investment in it is so small. I have friends that coach some other programs, and they literally spend thousands of dollars to get certified and learn other programs. And we pay $200, which is just incredible. So the opportunity is just beyond. And with that, I still have my full-time job. I fit the coaching part into it. I am now going back to grad school to get my doctorate, and I still can completely fit the coaching piece in my lifestyle. And one other added bonus that I'll leave you all with is that another thing I wasn't expecting with all of this is that you get compensated really well to help people and to do good. You really, really do. And when I had to pay my kids' tuition, all of a sudden I looked in my account and I was like, wow, I don't even have to take money out of my college savings account. I could actually pay my kids' tuition out of my Optavia account, which I was not expecting in the least bit. So the financial part of it, the growth, the development, I can't say enough about it. And if there's anything that's holding you back, just take the leap. You will not be sorry for taking the leap. I will promise you.
Oh, Lori, I love your story. I love your passion and your vigor, and I love your perfect example. We grow as we go. So
Mhm.
thanks for sharing and just being a beacon of light and hope for all of us. We have a coaching duo that is up next in our Meet the Team, and that is Frank and Shauna Davis. They are a married couple, as you'd expect, and so they're here tonight to share with us. Frank and Shauna, can you share with us a little bit about your journey and the benefits to coaching, including, all the bonuses and the income opportunity that's available?
Sure. Thank you so much, Meg and Dee. And I'm excited to be here and hear some of these stories. I have been coaching 8 years with Optavia, and my dearest friend is my coach. And I had been watching her coach this program, and she was always so excited telling me about the clients. And when I finally decided to pull the plug and come on board as a client, I told her, I said, I'm going to do the program for 30 days. If I don't like it, I'm gone. I love you, but I'm gone. And don't ask me to coach. I am not interested at all. I was a hard no, y'all. But like Emily, about 18 pounds down in my first month, I was excited. I was fired up. I was sharing all over my social media because I had never found anything that worked like this. And I stepped into coaching 21 days into my journey. I just wanted everybody to know about this program. And what I saw with coaching was the community. I had gotten a chance to, see what all of these wonderful people were like in the client page. And I just wanted to be a part of something that was bigger than what I was. And I wanted a little bit of spending money, that $1,000 to $3,000 that we hear about, that's very easy to earn, was really appealing to me. I thought, wow, I can have some fun money that I don't have to worry about taking out of our family account. And it was all so appealing to me. The mentorship training, everything was just, so timely and so step by step easy compared to what I thought it would be. And I was excited. I was really excited about, sharing the program and the opportunity. I ended up losing 87 pounds on the program. So I went all in. But about 2 years in, Frank was my first client, by the way, too. We tease each other about this, but he was the worst client I ever had. But about 2 years in, he saw me working the program still, enjoying myself, earning a nice little income, and he decided he wanted to do a little bit more with this than just supporting me in the role that he was. So I want to turn it over to him because he's going to give you, some background on his journey and fill you in a little bit more on the income potential. Frank?
Yeah, thank you, Shauna. So I was Shauna's first client. So my wife was my coach, and I was a terrible client. I would not eat the fuelings. I would scrape the lean and green off into the trash can. I said I wanted real food, but I stuck with it and eventually lost 60 pounds. And I saw the income, and Optavia does compensate us very well, and you can make up $500 and $1,000 in 30 days. Does take work, does take showing up. And right now, Optavia's got a financial package they're putting together for brand new coaches. I'm looking at the numbers on my other screen here. If you bring in just 3 clients over the next 3 months, and you do that every single month, you could make a total of $4,368 just for 3 clients a month for 3 months. If you bring in 5 clients for the next 3 months, you can make over $6,000 at the end of that 3 months. But like Shauna said, I saw her making about, I don't know, $1,500 a month, something like that. And like Lucy said, I didn't want to work the rest of my life. I was working in cardiothoracic surgery. I was a first assistant, standing up in the operating room all day long. And I didn't want to do that later on in life. So I turned to Shauna and I said, hey, if I join you, can we grow it even bigger? And now it is a business. It has all the tax advantages as a business. And I began to look at it and I found out it was not considered multi-level marketing. We didn't have to carry any inventory. We didn't have any quotas. It wasn't direct selling. We could out earn our coach. So I began to look at all these numbers and all these statistics. And I saw the bigger picture. And I said, this is a legitimate business. If we work hard, if we show up, if we tap into the system, we could turn it into a viable, legitimate business. And I could potentially replace my full-time income, which we did. Okay. So I wanted to be really accurate with these numbers. $1,000 did not turn me on. $3,000 a month did not turn me on. $5,000 a month did not turn me on. Now, for some of you folks, I mean, and for some people, that is great. That's great money. I'm not putting it down, but that is not what motivated me. I saw a huge picture and I wanted to be accurate with these numbers. So I went back and looked at our tax returns, our 1099s. And in 2020, we earned over $100,000 as an Optavia coach. Okay. That's a six-figure income. In 2021, we doubled that income. We earned over $200,000 as an Optavia coach. Now, disclaimer, go back and look at the full disclaimer with Optavia, okay? It does take work. It does take consistency. It does take dealing with a lot of disappointments and failures. Not all your friends and family and coworkers are going to be excited about it like you are or like we are, okay? But it does take persistency. It does take a lot of hard work. But for a big thinker like I was, if you want to make big money, if you want to replace your full-time income, it's there. The potential's there. I hope this helped. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you both. And it's just so cool to hear how every person's story is different, right? So you heard from lots of members of the team, and Frank, I love your story and hearing, $1,000 wasn't a lot to you. I got to tell you, $1,000 is a whole lot to me. And back in the day, I mean, I was excited to make $500. I was like shocked. So, you grow as you go, right? So what I love about your story and all of the stories is you've been great examples that Optavia can be as big, you can have big dreams with it, or it could be something that you do on the side. So we aren't here to tell you what to do or how big to make this. We're here to partner with you to help you figure out what this could look like for you. So loved the time that we had tonight. We actually had one more person we wanted to share, but we ran out of time. So look to our Facebook group, and Julie Walker will be sharing in there. And her story, y'all, is incredible. So please, please go listen to her story. Thank you so much for joining us for Meet the Team. I'm just curious. You've heard from lots of people. I'm curious if we have one more person that is here to join the team or meet the team, and wondering if that just might be you. And I'm thinking if you're anything like me or most of us, you're probably feeling a little intimidated, maybe a little scared. And so would just give you encouragement if there's anything in you that's like, I wonder if. Talk to the person who invited you, explore it, and just do it scared. You, like Lori said, you will not regret it. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you all soon.
All right. And coaches, you can stay on for the watch party afterwards. I'll stop the recording.